right, good morning, good morning. I got a few minutes to run my mouth, do my little rant. I actually got a little bit of time on my phone if I have to start clearing these videos off again. Anyway, I had a really cool weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I went to a comic book convention. Starting to make enough money to pay for a hotel. And it's a slow grind, and I'll get in that another blog. But I'm blogging today, video blogging about a conversation that I had with another black creator at the comic book convention. But it's a conversation that we have as black creators all the time, online, everything. And I've been dealing with it since I had my entertainment agency for 30 years, back in 1990 or 91 when I went to my first convention. And that was, kind of how do black consumers respond to black businesses in an integrated environment. And that just becomes such an interesting conversation because we do have expectations for support. It's like I remember when I went out to Wisconsin and there might have been two black people, one student and one administrator at the whole convention of maybe 600 to 900 participants, right? And I might have been one of two black businesses that was set up there. And in my college business days, I had an all-black roster practically, maybe 90%, and I didn't discriminate. I say black, Latino, but I also had some white artists because I didn't discriminate. If you did good or if I liked you, I put you down, right? But I didn't lead with any particular person. Whenever I went out to wherever I was, the same brochure that I used in promoting in Philadelphia or New York or Atlanta was the same one I used in Des Moines, in Madison, or what's another, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? All of those places, I used the same thing. So when you came, plus my company is called Red, Black, and Green Promotions. Now, even a lot of black people don't know what Red, Black, and Green Promotions mean. But if you know, you'd be like, wow, that's the really core name. Black Prez used it. Marcus Garvey created it. All the countries in Africa and the Caribbean, they all got some form of red, black, and green in their flags. Not all of them, but a lot of them, right? So that's really powerful, And so when, I would see a black person, young, sometimes I would say, dang, they're going to stop past you in my mind. So the question still remains, okay, so let me go back. I did meet the black person in Wisconsin. I remember the first time I met, that type of situation, the young lady had green patches in her hair. She, not the hair coloring is bad, but she had an identity problem. She was not really around a lot of black people. She didn't know how to act black. First time she walked past, the pro-black, support black business joint was booming. This is 91, 92. We had, Public Enemy. We had Black Medallions. So we was coming hard, and she wasn't able to be on that agenda. She was lost. It was a nice young lady. I remember I talked to her maybe the third day. It was a 3-day conference. I may have met her the third day or the fourth day. We would get in on Thursday. We'd leave on Sunday. I probably met her the last day or so, and we talked. Didn't talk about that, but what I got from it was what she said to me. And it was years ago, so I don't really remember. The energy of it was, she was not, how you would think, oh, this person didn't stop at my table and she's black or whatever, and I'm black and they're a sellout or they're marrying white people or whatever the heck, runs through your mind. So now this conversation this weekend was very similar. We're in, I don't even know, I would call it a white section. Shoot, Central Florida or South Florida, whatever. Right south of Tampa in Boardington. And the convention is predominantly white. The city, I think, is mixed. When I was riding around, I saw a lot of different people, but it was probably 60, 70% white, okay? So I think we was like maybe three black comic book vendors there, you know, out of maybe 30, 40 vendors in general. It's a medium-sized convention, not small, but medium-sized, right? And one of the black creators, one of the black vendors came up to me and said, you know, it's a shame that black people, and I'm just paraphrasing, right? I don't know if this is exactly his words or not, but it's a shame that black people pass other black people, you know, why did they not stop by? You know, I had a person come down the aisle, they stopped at this person's booth, they stopped at this one, and they walked around to make an effort, seeming like they didn't want to stop at mine. You know, why do they do that? And I think it's an interesting question. Like I said, the first experience I had was when I was selling comedians and poets in the college market, and I had young college students. I've been to 40-something states, 45 easy without thinking about it. And I've seen different things and different behaviors. My guess is one, maybe they don't like, you know, what you have, right? Maybe black vendors sell very hard and they don't like how we sell. Maybe they don't like themselves, right? There's that, right? I mean, I don't think, you know, I'll just use Sammy Sosa as an example, because if you say Serena Williams, people are like, oh. If you say Little Kim, oh. So I'll use Sammy Sosa. We know he's skin lightening himself, but sometimes they do have problems with themselves, right? So I think that is important. I don't know, like, I guess I saw a black comic book store owner. He saw me, he was with somebody, and the person with him looked at my table, but they were with him, so they were following him. And then I don't know if he makes an effort to not go to my table, but he makes a beeline for the person across from me. You know, so happened that, you know, it's another a white creator, but they had one book on the table. He knew him. I got 20 books, all right, on my table, easy. And he didn't even look around at me. And I know him, right? I don't even think we have a bad relationship. I've given him a book or two to put in his store. No pressure. I say, hey, you know, if it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. It is what it is, you know? I know my book sells. I'm selling copies of them, right? So anyway, and I post pictures of the people who buy my books so you can see they ain't all black, you know? They're the demographics of wherever I go. So I don't know. I reached out to him. I'm gonna get back if he responds back to me. I may call him. I may shoot him an email because it's a little bit easier. You know, I sent him a message on Facebook, so I don't know if he's gonna respond to the message. But I don't know. I think a lot of things happen when somebody is at a convention. There are black people that come up to me and say, yo, I have to support a black business. How did you get started? What is blah? They want to interview you. I know all of that for sure. The way I arrange my books, I put my books by horror, science fiction, and then I have post-apocalypse. And then my comics, I do horror, you know, urban drama, the Imani Killers, and then space fantasy is Planet Kibulan. And when I tell you the story, I'm not saying, you know, oh, this is black. I say it features a diverse cast, you know, black Latino characters, no doubt. But I don't even have to tell you that, because if you look on the covers of all my books, there's something that's not all white on all of them. You know, if I don't have a black person on the cover, it sounds black. I can't hide it. So I can't even say, blah, 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 blah. I'm black. Everything on my table is black-ish, right? So so I don't know. I mean, I know people get so upset. They're like, oh my God, these black people, they come to your convention and they don't support you. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I get all of that. But in the reality, they don't have to. And the other thing is, I don't go to all black, everybody black. But when I'm at a white convention, I am, because I want to see their ideas and I want to check them out. But I'm talking about when I go to like black conventions, I don't buy everything that's there. I buy what I like, and what I'm interested in. So I don't know. I know some people have gotten into arguments with people, and they made, posts, memes about stuff. So that's on them. Anyway, I will talk to you later. It is all good. Peace.